What is up everyone, Nick here. Welcome to the show if you're new. Thanks for coming back if you're not. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing and analyzing NIO's share price, where it could reach in the next few weeks. We're going to be talking about a major new deal NIO has recently signed, and finally, growing US and Chinese tensions concerning Tesla and its impact amongst Chinese citizens, and how this can potentially boost NIO's usage and output capacity. We have a ton to get to in today's episode, but before we get it, Webull is giving out 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 for free. You can trade before and after hours markets using their platform. They are 0% commission. All you have to do is 1, sign up, 2, open an account, and 3, deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. This offer ends soon, guys. You do not want to sleep on it. Check out our Patreon page. There's more content under the radar stocks behind the scenes, and this also gains you access into our exclusive Discord channel. The chat is always popping off. What a cool community that is. Shout out to everyone in there. Alright, ladies and gents, let's get right into it. So we saw NIO with more than a 4% gainer on Friday's trading period, up $1.72. This brought their share valuation to $43.35. We did see a small drop in after hours trading, however this is quite par for the course moving into the weekends, and I don't think this holds too much weight. Shares lost just under 5% in value over last week's full trading period as broad market uncertainty and sell-offs continue in the tech and growth stocks. I do think we have finally leveled off, and I would be surprised to see NIO fall back below the 40s in the next week, but as I always do, if they do, I will be indeed scooping up more. I'm going to hold off from purchasing shares in the mid 40s for this week, as I do see a lot of price action with all the uncertainty. However, I will keep you all updated on our Discord page. There are many factors acting on the share price, including a relatively minimal blow to Tesla's relations with China, which we'll get to shortly, and a new strategic deal signing. Alright, so it looks as though NIO is very serious and indeed intends on meeting its goal of 500 battery swapping stations strategically built in mainland China by the end of 2021. This was a goal set by NIO and unveiled at their annual NIO Day event in January. They currently have just under 200 stations in place, with latest reports of around 170. We have seen NIO signing strategic partnership deals with other state-owned industrial and manufacturing corporations in an aggressive and rapid expansion plan. This plan had originally anticipated on having 1,100 active swapping stations within a few years' time. However, we will have to track this and keep a close eye on its progress. They would have to rapidly escalate next year to meet this goal. We need to remember that the Chinese EV sphere is extremely fierce and ultra competitive, and there is only one way, in my opinion, to make a name and dominate the landscape. This is through rapid expansion, and I do like that we are seeing increased partnerships and developments within the NIO camp at an increased rate. NIO Power Beijing, a subsidiary of NIO and in control of all battery swapping and infrastructure implementation, signed a 5-year deal with state-owned Beijing Shufa Industrial and Trading Corporation. This happened on March 19th, and we're going to talk about what this means for the company moving forward. So you may be aware that NIO recently unveiled their Battery Swap 2.0 stations, which are an improvement on their first-gen model in virtually every single way. They can hold up to 13 batteries and facilitate 312 swaps in just one day alone. Swaps can occur in under 5 minutes, averaging 4.6 minutes, and the Model 2.0 can accommodate all battery types. This is including their upcoming 150 kilowatt-hour battery cell pack in their newest sedan model, the ET7. This is set to begin deliveries in Q1 2022, and with their new 150 kWh battery, this can enable up to 1,000 kilometers NEDC range. We've talked about it previously, how crucial this infrastructure program expansion is going to be for the company as they continue to grow, as more vehicles are on the roads, and as their infrastructure web engulfs a larger market share. I know a lot of investors tend to get a little wary when they hear state-owned when dealing with Chinese companies. However, this is really just par for the course with virtually any Chinese company. There is almost always at least a portion of state affiliation. We need to remember that the state still owns just less than a 10% in NIO, and I personally do not think this is a bad thing. Yes, I do see NIO continuing to purchase purchase back stake from the state. However, in many cases, it does not hurt to have friends in high places, so to speak. We are seeing increased cooperations between NIO and wholly state-owned companies, and I do expect this to continue as it is beneficial for both NIO and the local authorities within the city of Hefei for NIO not to only survive, but to thrive. The two companies, NIO and Beijing Shufa Industrial, will cooperatively build new battery swapping stations, likely Model 2.0, along the Beijing Capital Ring Expressway. In the megacity of Beijing, there are successively larger ring roads or beltways encircling the city, and having NIO battery swap stations on these main roads is the perfect way for NIO to slowly but surely increase its market share, stay ahead of the NIO supply on the roads, and increase their brand awareness. We have seen Beijing Shufa previously. They were one of the first supporters of this novel technology in the battery swap back in 2018. They built NIO's first pilot project, and we are seeing them now double down on this technology and future investment promise. We have seen NIO make real pushes as of late to expand its infrastructure. And why is this? Let's think about this for a minute. We know NIO sees deliveries remaining relatively stagnant throughout much of 2021, and this is largely due to supply strain on global chip shortages impacting virtually every single automaker. This is not NIO specific. However, as we've seen NIO do so in the past, they are staying one step ahead of their operations. They are simultaneously adding an extension on their pre-existing JAC Motors manufacturing plant and beginning construction on an industrial auto park brand new plant set to enable up to 300,000 vehicles output per annum in 2022. Together, along with the extension at their pre-existing plant, we can expect up to 600,000 vehicles per annum. As I've stated before, NIO is currently underway in its ramp-up phase, building new infrastructure, building their future models, their future batteries, their autonomous driving tech, and pouring into R&D to prepare for what's to come. NIO sees their delivery numbers really escalating near the end of 2021 and moving into Q1 2022. All of these plans will come together then, and they can really begin then escalating their operations. Moving to 500 swapping stations by the end of this year follows this ramp-up plan perfectly. We also see speculations that NIO will partner with gas and oil giant Sinopec Shanghai Petrochemical Company to jointly implement swapping stations at their extensive gas station infrastructure across mainland China. There are rumors that a deal could be announced as early as mid-April, and I will keep you all up to date as soon as I catch wind. NIO's first battery swap station, Model 2.0, is expected to be unveiled at a Sinopec station on April 15th. I do expect that we will likely hear of a joint cooperation between NIO and the gas giant during this unveiling. Now, moving into some interesting Tesla NIO news. We had news last week that China will now restrict the use of Tesla vehicles for military staff and employees of state-owned companies within China. We see the two countries, US and China, continuing to restrict purchases from one another. And if this continues to escalate, this could put some serious pressure on Tesla deliveries within mainland China in the coming quarters. I am invested in both NIO and Tesla. I love both companies, and I will continue to follow this development extremely closely. Tesla is in the podium position in terms of deliveries within China. However, if tensions continue to escalate, this could severely slash their ability to deliver at a moment's notice. This could give NIO and other EV upcomers a strong advantage. China is the largest EV market in the world currently, and it's imperative for any EV company to harness this EV market. NIO, obviously being Chinese-based and quickly becoming China Pride, is in no real threat of losing this market, and we have actually seen other Chinese government incentives to purchase domestic brands like NIO and decentivize international brands like Tesla in the past. This was most apparent, in my opinion, when the Chinese government maintained subsidy programs to EVs with swappable batteries, even if they were firmly within the luxury price bracket. Luxury EVs were stripped of subsidies only if they didn't have a swappable battery, like Tesla. However, NIO, having a swappable battery, but being in the luxury price bracket, maintain these subsidies. Anyways, everyone, as I stated, I will be keeping a very close eye on these developments and NIO's movements throughout next week. I do think there will be a lot of action and shares moving throughout the remainder of March, potentially offering great entry points. However, I will not be personally purchasing shares in the mid-40s for the next few weeks. I just do think there's going to be way too much action in these shares, and I do think we might see even better entry entry points. Make sure to check out all these real-time trades on our Discord page. Don't forget about the Webull promo, 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 for free. You can trade before and after hours markets. They are 0% commission. They really are my favorite trading platform. Check out our Patreon page. There's more content, under the radar stocks behind the scenes, and this also gains you access into our exclusive Discord channel. This is where you can see all of our real-time trades. The chat is always popping off. What a cool community that is. Shout out to everyone already in there. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, happy trading, cheers.